Good morning. Part of my appearance, as you can see, very handsome. Jacket, coat, jeans, very expensive. Gym shoes, caught them on sale. Here we are on episode 3 of Surviving Light Skinned Women. And I want to give you a little bonus content. I wanted to make sure I was in a public place, so I wouldn't really go off deep end, because I was a little slighted yesterday. Seems as though one or maybe both of my videos may have rubbed somebody the wrong way. And if you know me pretty well, if I'm not trying to rub you the wrong way, I'm not trying to rub you the wrong way. But if the case that is and we not cool, well, good. You got rubbed the wrong way. Good. So today I want to give you a little bonus content. I want to talk about some things that we as individuals with an abundance of melanin have had to deal with, and it's almost hypocritical that people without so much melanin would be upset, would be so offended, like some people were. Do you know there have been names like Ink, Spot? I remember my dad told me he was called, because my dad grew up down south, he was called Blue. Oh man, the endless names that were attributed. I remember a light-skinned chick called me an African booty snatcher. I still don't know what the hell that is. To this day, I still don't know what that is. But, and then, like, when you date somebody light, and they get upset, they say with your black ass, as if they detach themselves from being black, or they don't want to go out in the sun because they don't want to get black. As if the thing is not called Black History Month, or the ethnicity itself is called black. It's a funny thing a lot of us have had to put up with. Before me, not just speaking for me, but before me, many people known what it's like to be passed over in class because they were dark, or not be the helper because they were dark, and so on and so forth. So I just think it's kind of funny that people, quote unquote, fair-skinned people, get upset. Up in arms. So they turn red in the face. See what I did there? They turn red in the face. That, it's such a thing. It's incredible. Some of the things that have been loaded on dark-skinned people. So much so, here's the thing, so much so, I have to question where it came from. Was it within or was it without? I almost want to say without, because it goes back to house slaves and field slaves and such. And that whole thing. So maybe it came from without, the division came from without. And it's not just among blacks. I had a gentleman who was Mexican tell me it was the same thing for them too. They get it's discriminatory between light and black, light and dark Mexicans. So it's not just I've heard that with Italians too. I've heard that from different people. So it's not just a thing, but I'm black, so that's what I'm concerned with. So that's just to say, man, hey, it's a true thing. It's not something we made up, and it still perpetuates. So you can say what you want. You can look at castings. Some of us are actors. You can look at castings. You can look at the way TV, movies portray it, who they put out in front. It's getting a little better, but it's that whole thing. So here we go. Today's theme. I'm gonna give you a two-parter. Actually, I'm gonna give you 2 parts. So yesterday I told you about moving to the Mobiles at Adam Clayton Powell and running into Michelle. So I progressed a little bit longer in 6th grade, and there was a 7th grader. Her name was Angela Daniels. And I had never seen eyes like her. They were bluish gray. She was light. She had this long hair. She reminded me of Cooley High was out during that time. And she was pretty, Brenda was all right. But Angela Daniel was pretty, was really pretty. And she would look at you and you would just freeze, because them eyes would just, that's why I avoid them now. She had it. She's like, you ever seen like one of them wolves, or them, there's one that's down the street, the white wolf, and it's got those eyes. Those are the eyes she had. So stop it, Mo. Um, Stop it. Cool me for a second. Okay. So I remember seeing her, and I would always talk to her and stuff because I was in the smart class. I was in advanced class, so I always talked to her. And Saturday Night Fever was out during then. And man, listen, growing up, when I was growing up, the Cheltenham on 79th or 80th in Cheltenham, something like that, or Exchange. It was Exchange, 80th Exchange. Man, if you had $20, you could go to the movies. Two people could go to the movies. You get popcorn, pop, and still squeeze in McDonald's. I mean, it was a while ago, but still. And so I remember I had $20. Man, I shoveled snow or whatever. I had $20, and I remember saying, "Hey," and I was nervous, man. I by all rights, I'm a shy kid about most things, and I remember asking her. I said, "Angela," she said, "Hey, James." I said, "Oh man, I wish you would. Man, don't you want to see Saturday Night Fever?" She said, "Yeah, I want to go see it this weekend." I said, "Man, I want to go see it too." She said, "Oh, well, maybe we'll meet up there." And then I remember saying, "Well, maybe we should go together." She laughed. She looked at me with my eyes and laughed. She asked me, "Was I serious? You want me to go out with you?" I was like, "Yeah." She says, "No, I can't do that. I can't do that."
Okay, let's find the up there in the last aisle.
All right, Ma. She said, I can't do that." And didn't say anything after that, just was laughing. And so for the rest of that week, she would be around the other 7th graders, and they'd be looking at me and laughing. And it was just a thing. The bad thing about it is, man, she transferred schools. Once I got to 7th grade, she got to 8th, we moved up to the main building. But we wound up going to Lindblom together. I was like, oh my God, man. Oh, okay. We wound up going to Lindblom together. It was just bad. She didn't have to laugh at me. She could have been like, oh man, no, nothing, but it was just bad. Now, let me give you the part two. Part two, I'm in high school. This is my sophomore year. And I'll confess to y'all, I'll tell y'all right now, I am a nerd. I've always been a nerd. I'm always going to be a nerd. I like comic books. I like video games. I got a small group of a couple friends. And I like nerd shit. It's just who I am. I just happen to be dopest at the same time. So I'm in high school, and I'm a nerd. And this girl, Kathy Thomas. Oh my God, Kathy Thomas was bronze. She wore glasses, and she wasn't in my division, but we rode the 75th Street bus together. Man, so I've been telling her, hey, I would always talk to her. She would never turn around to me. So one time I said, she would never look at me. She would always look straight ahead. And so one day I came and I asked her, I said, I just a little more courageous. I said, "Hey, Kathy, how you doing? What's up? Why don't you ever talk to me?" She said, "I do be talking to you." I said, "You never turn your head and look my way or nothing." She says, "Oh, it's not like that." And I'm like, and so she says, I said, "Well, hey, I like you. Maybe we could go out or something, or have lunch together or something like that." She said, "No, I can't." I said, "Why not?" She says, "Well, I don't like you." And I said, "Okay, well, why not?" And she said, and I'll never forget this. She said, "Because you're too black." She said, "You're too black." She said, "You're too black." So here's what I wanted to understand. And I remember going home to my mom. I said, "Mom, I did this. I swear to God." I said, "Mom, is there any way to get light?" Because I wasn't aware of my greatness. I wasn't aware of the greatness and the fear that this causes, this dark sin causes. I said, "Mom, is there any way to get light?" And she says, "What?" I said, "Mom, is there any way to get light skin?" She said, She said, "Bobo, why are you asking me that?" I said, "Well, Kathy, Kathy Thomas said that she didn't like me because I was too black. She says, what? She said, let me guess, she's light. I said, yeah. She said, Bobo, ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you at all. Ain't nothing wrong with being dark. And I remember having issues with that for a little bit of time. To start, you come out of it. But now, I wanna throw a disclaimer here. Am I saying all light-skinned women are evil? Yeah, I am. I only did that because somebody's gonna watch this and they're gonna be pissed off a little bit more. That's the only reason I said it, because I want you to be pissed off. Good for you. But, and it's all in good humor. But these are some of the things, and some of this today's. Thank God, some of them hopefully don't go through this. They don't get the scrutiny for being dark or what have you. But these are some of the things, and I'm not the only one that got stories. It's funny. I'm not the only one that got stories like this, but that was kind of, and I went to Lindblom. So there was a lot of light-skinned women at Lindblom. A lot of quote-unquote pretty girls. Girls, because they were girls then. At Lindblom. And they didn't look like, they weren't on this side of the brown paper bag. I don't know what it is, but it wasn't a lot. Or they were brown enough where they were on the other side of the brown paper bag. So, my mom will tell you. My mom remembers I came, huh?
I wonder if you had to get fined for these to get on.
My mom remembers me coming home and asking her, was there any way to get light? And telling her that. This is high school. I didn't know any better. But I remember asking her that. And I wasn't the only one. You question people were like, they'll tell you. Man, I wanted to be lighter. People who were dark, really dark, we wanted to be lighter. Because no matter what anybody told us who was close to us, man, the outside world told us everything else. So, especially light-skinned women. Some of y'all, yeah, some of y'all have rotten past. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I appreciate your feedback and comments, share. We'll see you, Lord willing, tomorrow. Peace.